This video takes me to Ruby Beach and Rialto Beach in the Olympic National Forest. Early in the morning, I started off in the town of Forks and drove south to the junction to the whole rainforest. From there, just keep going until you see the signs pointing to Ruby Beach. Later that day, I'd head back up north and follow the directions to Rialto Beach. Now back to Ruby Beach. The parking lot there has spaces for 24 cars, so you'll want to get there early. There's also overflow parking along the road leading to the lot. After that, you'll have to do some tricky parking. One more thing, check the tides before you go. You'll want to go when it's a low tide. In fact, I would try to get there a good half hour before the low tide. More to see and more time to see it. It's a very short hike from the parking lot to Ruby Beach. Just before you get to the beach, there's this great viewpoint. When you get to the bottom, you'll probably have to climb over some driftwood to get to the beach, but that isn't a problem. There are some people at the base of this sea stack. I'll pull back to give you an idea just how massive it is. I looked over to another sea stack and took a telephoto shot of this bald eagle sitting on top of it. This was the first time I'd seen a bald eagle in the wilds. I turned to the shore and there was another bald eagle, this one sitting in a tree. Taking a look at this rock in the ocean, being out here is so calming. I love how this little sheen of ocean water on the beach makes a reflection like a calm lake. Remember when I said to try and make it out here at low tide? Well, I'm at Ruby Beach right now, and what's that? Did somebody say starfish? Did you say starfish? We've got starfish by the bundle here. This is one reason why you want to get to the beaches at low tide, so that you can see the starfish and other creatures. Those green things in the picture are green ocean anemones. I noticed that the starfish came in two main colors, purple and orange. I Googled it and found out that while scientists have thoroughly studied it, there's no real concrete reason for the color differentiation. It may be caused by diet, it may be caused by genes, and it may be affected by the ocean salinity. In other words, what science is saying is, your guess is as good as mine. I found Ruby Beach to be breathtaking. It's exactly what you would imagine a rugged Pacific Northwest beach to look like. Supposedly, Ruby Beach gets its name from the so-called ruby-like crystals you can find in the sand. I didn't see any, but then again, I really didn't do any looking. Well, it was about time to leave Ruby Beach. The tide was coming in, I hadn't had breakfast yet, and I still had one more beach to see. A little bit south of Ruby Beach is the Kalaloch Lodge. The blueberry pancakes I got there were loaded with blueberries and out of this world. After breakfast, I drove back north through the town of Forks and then drove west on the 110 to Morrow Road and Rialto Beach. It's a very easy access from the parking lot to Rialto Beach. From there, I turned to my right and hiked 1.5 miles to the hole-in-the-wall rock. When you get to the beach, turn around and you'll see a red and black disc attached to a tree. That's to tell you where the trailhead is when you return. You might think that shouldn't be a problem, but on this whole stretch of beach, trees come right down to the shore. It all looks pretty much the same, and it would be easy to get confused. Here's a shot of a group of people headed to Hole-in-the-Wall Rock. Although dry, I soon found out that the rocks were slow to walk on and head to that firmly packed sand that those people were on. I've gotten as far as a formation on the beach called Split Rock. This is one hike where it is necessary to check the tides. The trail is on the beach. Once the tide comes in, it can be just about impossible to hike back. So play it safe like I did. I went when it was low tide that afternoon. I'm at the hole-in-the-wall rock now, which is right behind me. It's a little rocky there, and I had to do a little scrambling to get to it. In fact, I had to scramble right over this starfish. And then there I was, at the hole-in-the-wall rock, looking through it at the split rock in the distance. There are some people on the other side of the hole in the rock. This will give you an idea of how large it is. After that, I started walking back the 1.5 miles to the trailhead. I remember seeing that enormous boulder flipped on its side and wondering how the heck it got that way. And there's Split Rock again. I was heading back on the beach, and it seemed like the tide was coming in fast. I have to admit, I was relieved when I saw that disc hanging from a tree indicating the trailhead. I couldn't judge the distance, and I was afraid I'd miss the marker and keep walking down the beach with the tide coming in. All that walking made me hungry, so I went out and got a pizza for dinner. Then I went back to the motel and got things ready for tomorrow's big day. All that walking and that pizza put me into dreamland immediately.